Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nate Armbruster!
Oh, what's going on, everyone? All right, nice to see everybody. Look at us out and about. Live entertainment, right? You guys are my kind of people, you know, live entertainment. I love it. It's too easy to stay home now. We got things like Netflix, you know. I finished Netflix. I'm done. I watched everything. I gave my cousin his password back. I was like, I finished. There's too many decisions, man. It's hard to decide what to watch on Netflix. You know, half the time I scroll through titles till I fall asleep. I think Netflix should have a $2 plan where you can't actually watch anything, but you can scroll all you want. I'd pay for that. Murder documentaries, you guys watching these? Yeah, watch them all, man. They just bum me out. I don't know why I do it. I'm like about to go to bed. Why not throw on this Ted Bundy documentary? This will make me feel good about the world. Right before I go to sleep. He killed a lot of people. Like 30 people, that's a lot. He broke out of prison twice to kill more people. That's passion that I'll never understand. I don't love doing anything that much, all right? Like, comedy's my favorite thing to do. I want to do this forever, but if I'm in prison one day, I'm not breaking out like, get me to Sarasota right now. I got some new shit I want to try out, you know? You guys are a very polite audience, you know? You don't laugh like too much. I like that. I love it. You guys mean business. You're like, haha, next joke, asshole. Hurry up. It's my kind of crowd. I'll get out of here in a minute. It's fine. I had a birthday a couple weeks ago. Yeah, I'm 32. Yeah. Is anyone here in their 30s? Yeah, 7 o'clock show on a Tuesday? Doubt it. I should have known. That's not a bad thing, by the way. It's just, you know, this joke's not going to work. No, it's fine. I like it. I don't know. 30s are weird so far for me, you know, because it's not old, but it's not young. You know what I mean? Like, people older than me think they don't take me serious because I'm young. People younger than me think I'm a joke. So I don't know. I can't really complain to anybody. I'm just having real adult problems that I wasn't prepared for, you know? And like all of a sudden I'm an adult. Like I'm the adult in most situations, and that's not good. If a kid comes up to me at the store like, sir, I can't find my mom. Can you help me? My actual reaction is going to be shit. Let's find an adult, all right? But do you know your last name? Is your mom on Facebook? Maybe I can help you. I don't know. That's the extent of my abilities, kid. Everything's changing in my life, you know? My back hurts all the time. For no reason either. I got to make up stories about why it hurts so I don't look like a loser, you know? Like, Nate, what'd you do to your back? I'm like, old hockey injury. I can't be honest. I can't be like, I pushed too hard while I was pooping. I'm falling apart. Here's how I know I'm getting older. I just went to my second bachelor party. Yeah. Some of you have been to 3 or 4, it seems. It's not as fun as the first bachelor party, you know? The first bachelor party, you go to Las Vegas. The second one, you go to Tim's house. Because his wife is cool and she gave us the basement for the weekend, you know? Everything's changing, man. Yeah. All my friends, you know, I'm friends with doctors now. That's weird. I don't want a doctor the same age as me. I don't trust him. You know? All my friends, they have normal careers. They're doctors, lawyers, and teachers, and I'm doing this. Like when I started doing comedy, my friends are like, Nate, that's amazing. Follow your dreams. Now they're like, you're still doing comedy? You want to come over and have a beer out of our garage fridge because we're doing well? A couple of you have garage fridge, it seems. That was a sign of wealth when I was growing up. If your family had a fridge in the garage, I thought you were rich. It was that and a garbage can I couldn't find. I'd go over to friends' houses like, where's your garbage can? They're like, hold on, you can see yours? That's when I found out I'm white trash. I have friends who are teachers too, and some of them shouldn't be teachers, because I know what they're like on a Friday night, all right? Knowing that they're with children all week is a bummer. You know, I just wish when I was in high school, I knew all my teachers were wasted every weekend. It'd give me some leverage in the classroom. Like, did I do my homework? How about don't black out as a grown man from drinking too much, you know? How about you get your shit together and I'll write my paper? I found out a girl I grew up with is teaching 4th grade, and my first thought was, aren't you the girl that shit in a litter box in high school? Do you guys know her or something? You guys seem... Did something bad happen that I don't know about? You guys... This is some strange energy from you guys, but all right. All my friends are having kids now too, and that's how you know you're an adult, when your friends are having kids, because they wanted them. Yeah, things are different now. A friend of mine called me up a week after her son was born. She goes, Nate, you want to come over and meet the baby? No. He's a week old, neither of us needs this, you know? Call me when he can drive me home from the bar, that'd be nice. That's my kind of kid, a DD. I'm not having my own kids. I'm gonna cut right to the chase, adopt a 16-year-old with his license. Just skip everything, right? Like, hey, welcome home. Pick me up at 2. So I went over there anyway, we're hanging out, and she was like, you wanna hold him? Absolutely not. I'm not holding your baby, all right? It's tiny, I don't wanna hurt him. She goes, you're not gonna hurt him, babies are stronger than you think. And for the record, when someone tells you they don't wanna hold your baby, just believe them. Like, it's been a week, you're already screwing up. I'm just worried she won't ask for him back and I won't know what to do. Man, all my friends are having kids, and I'm happy for them, you know, I'm very, very excited about it. I'm a good friend, you know, but you know what I'll never understand? Kidnapping. Why'd it get so awkward all of a sudden? I feel like if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that kidnapping's weird. I mean, of all the crimes, that's the dumbest one, hands down, right? I mean, some crimes make sense, you know? Guy robbed a bank, he needed money, he stole money. That makes sense to me. But stealing a child? Are you crazy? Why would you steal something you need to feed? God forbid they know how to talk, that'd be even worse. Like, great, now I gotta go to soccer practice on Saturday? I couldn't imagine. That's got to be the worst nightmare for any parent, right? Finding out your kid was kidnapped. I couldn't imagine. Don't ever want anyone to have to go through that. But you can't tell me there's not a tiny sliver of you as a parent that's like, you know what? Let's give it a day. Maybe he's at a friend's house, you know? Oh, man. Everything in my life is changing. I just feel like an adult. Like, I just got married last fall. Yeah. Yeah, someone married this guy. If you haven't found your person yet, keep looking, all right? There is someone for everybody. I am proof. No, man, I like it. It's fine. It's fine, you know? It's just fine. It's not good, not bad, it's like nothing's changed. We've been together a while, you know, and I feel like that's how I know I made a good choice, you know, no drastic changes, just right back to life, you know. I proposed on my 30th birthday. Yeah, it's a good time to do it, guys. If you're thinking about proposing, do it on your birthday, all right? She'll never see it coming. Also, you'll never forget what day you did it on. I'll never forget. Thank you. I got a very smart from this lady in the front row. That's right. Some crowds laugh. I get a very smart. All right. You guys are goofy. I like you. So yeah, propose, right? Give her the ring. You gotta give her the ring. You can't do it without the ring. I don't know anyone who's figured out how to do that yet. I gave her the ring. We go out with her friends the next night. All of her friends are like, hey, let me see the ring. So she shows them the ring, and all of her friends come over to me and they're like, Nate, great job picking out the ring. And I gotta pretend like she didn't send me a direct link to the ring she wanted. What, do you think I'm a moron? I didn't know what a pair cut was. What, are you kidding me? Did you know they get 2 rings, by the way? No one told me. Could have used a heads up, fellas. Not one guy in my life was like, hey, maybe don't blow your whole budget on the first ring, okay? I didn't know about this. I found out the hard way. We're a few months out from the wedding. She goes, we gotta start looking for the wedding band. And I go, I thought we hired a DJ. She's like, no, I'm talking about the ring. I go, I gave you a ring. And she goes, no, I get another one. And I go, when do I get my ring? And she goes, whenever you go get it. had to go buy my own ring, man. I didn't know what kind of ring to get. No one ever told me what kind of ring. I'd never crossed my mind in my whole life. She knew from birth, it seems, what kind of ring she wanted. It's never crossed my mind. She goes, you should get a silicone ring. Silicone. Don't I feel special, you know? She goes, you can get a 20-pack on Amazon right now. I go, why would I get a silicone ring? She goes, well, if you break it or lose it, it doesn't matter. And I go, well, why are we getting married then? Doesn't seem that special anymore. It's not fair because I asked her to get silicone once and she was pissed. All right. Oh, come on. I know some of you have some. Man, you guys are slow. Yeah. I don't know, man. Thanks, bud. I found out a friend of mine is engaged to a woman who inherited her grandmother's ring, and I wish I knew about this loophole. I would have waited a little longer. It would have made my life easier, you know. Her dad's like, hey, when are you going to propose? And I don't know. Why didn't you ask Lois what's taking so long? Her husband's dead. She doesn't need that ring anymore. Wow, that did better than I thought it would for this crowd. Couple of Loises in here, it seems. All right. Sorry. I'm the breadloser in my relationship. Yeah. My wife makes a lot more money than I do. She works at Arby's. She's killing it. She's on drive-thru tonight. She's gonna be manager in no time. She took my last name. I thought that was cool. I left it up to her. You know, like I said, if you're actually gonna marry me, you can pick your ex-boyfriend's name for all I care. Make up a last name, you know, as long as I get a copy of the keys and I can sleep inside, it's fine with me. She told me she liked my last name and she actually wanted it. I thought that was nice, you know. It's Armbruster, and I knew nothing about my last name, okay? I knew nothing about it before we had this conversation, so I did a little research when looking into our family history, and now it's a German last name, so I didn't go back too far. I stopped around 1950, you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to ruin this now. As far as I know, we're good people. I found out Armbruster means maker of crossbows. Yeah, it's pretty badass, right? And it's wasted on this. Yeah, I couldn't make a crossbow, man. Beer helmet, maybe. No, my ancestors would be so disappointed in me if they saw me right now. Yeah, I'd ruin the family name, you know. They walked into this room right now, they'd be like, what do you mean, Fat Thor up there? What? What's happened to us? You mean the grown man that still burns his mouth on pizza rolls because he can't wait 2 minutes? This guy? The guy that wears blue light glasses when he watches porn so he doesn't get a headache? This guy? What's happened to us? Yeah. So, trying to lose some weight, that stuff. I travel a lot. Trying to eat healthier, and that's hard when you're on the road, you know? Sorry to McDonald's. I haven't been to McDonald's in forever. Last time I was at McDonald's, there was a sign up that said, I'm sorry, we cannot accept $100 bills. I was like, well, if I had a $100 bill, I'd probably be eating somewhere nicer, to be honest with you. I'd go over to Arby's or something and see my wife, you know? It's hard to eat healthy, you know? It's tough. Like, I'm fat for the 4th time in my life, you know? And, yeah, it's like to the point where, like, I have like bins of clothes. I have like a fat wardrobe and like a normal wardrobe, you know what I mean? Every 4 years I gotta break out the fat bin. And right now I'm on the fat bin. And that's how you know, because I'll get compliments on my wardrobe. People are like, Nate, is that a new shirt? And I'm like, no, you just didn't know me in 2021. Back in the rotation. The problem is I don't have discipline when it comes to losing weight. I can be persuaded easily, you know, and that's the hardest part for me. I was on the road recently, okay, and I'm like, I was having a great week. I'm eating healthy every day. I was so proud of myself, so happy, right? It's like 6 in the morning, really early, and I'm starving. I'm like, I gotta pull over and get something. I can go to this drive-thru, and I said, no, I'm not gonna do it, right? I made the conscious decision to not go to the drive-thru. I was so proud of myself. I went to this gas station and bought a banana. You ever see a gas station banana? You ever wonder who's buying that shit? Think of me next time you see one. Yeah, I was so proud of myself. I went through the line, grabbed a banana, put it up on the counter, and I'm like, I'm gonna take this banana, you know? And the guy working there at 6 in the morning, he's been there all night, he goes, you wanna try our breakfast pizza? And I said, no, I'm not doing it. Give me this shitty ass gas station banana, man. Let me make this healthy choice right now, the healthier choice, you know? And then he goes, it's free. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, you want me to put the banana back or what? I ate that pizza, man. Man, it's tough eating healthy. It's tough. Oh, boy. I'm sweating right now. I'm so out of shape. I live in Chicago. Are you guys familiar? You been? Are you from there? You're from there? Awesome. You live here now? Yeah. Sweet. Maybe I'll move here. I don't know. You know what I noticed about living there, though? Is people who don't live there are very concerned about the crime. This is what I've learned. And I think it's so funny to me. I'll go all over the country. The first thing people say when they find out I'm from Chicago, like, why do you live in Chicago? Aren't you scared of getting shot? And I don't even go to school anymore. I don't know why people bring it up to me though, like I'm the mayor or something. You know, I do comedy. I have no ideas. The fact that I haven't been robbed yet is a miracle. I'm an easy target, okay? You guys could rob me. You want my belongings? Have them, all right? You know what I started doing when I walk around the city? I carry a decoy wallet, a bunch of expired credit cards. Somebody comes up to me, they want all my stuff. Go ahead, have it. You're not gonna get much with my credit score anyway, you know? Here's how I'm torn. I'm just confused, because I left my car window down for 3 months once, okay? And not one person touched it. I parked my car on the street in Chicago. Not one person touched my car. The car window was down. It wasn't broken into, it was just down. I'm just a moron. Now, that's either a safe city or I drive a piece of shit. And for those of you wondering, I drive a 2006 Honda Civic. It's beautiful. No one touched my car, man. I got in my car to make sure everything was there. Someone actually put a catalytic converter on my car. They were like, hey, we tried to steal it, but it wouldn't start. So we helped you out. Man, trying to get it together. I just opened up a bank account, and the lady at the bank goes, who do you want the beneficiary on your account to be? What? Look at me. I don't even benefit from this shit, lady. Look at the number on your screen. Do you think I need to bring anyone else into this mess right now? She's like, well, maybe just go with your wife. That's probably a safe bet. So my wife is now the beneficiary on my bank account. I didn't even consider how horrible of a day that's going to be for her. Could you imagine something happens to me tonight and I die? She gets a phone call 2 days later. Hi, is this Nate's wife? Yeah, you owe us $42. Sorry about your losses. Yeah, man. So I don't know. Now that I'm married, people are asking us if we're gonna have kids, and that's a weird question. Don't ask people that. You know, that's a weird question to ask someone. That's a personal question. You don't know why they're not having kids, right? I'm leaving it up to her, though. That's up to her, right? She wants to have kids, go right ahead. We had that conversation, though, before you get married. You gotta have that conversation. You know, I was like, do you want kids? And she goes, I don't know, do you want kids? And I'm like, well, if we're having the what do you want for dinner conversation about having children, maybe we should wait a little bit. Here's why I'm doing it. I don't know. Like, I like to wait until my friends do stuff, and I watch them make mistakes, and then I try to cherry pick the good decisions, you know? That's why I like watching all my friends have kids, because I'm learning from them. You know, I like to see how they handle it. And some of them, having a rough time. You gotta think about it, man. Kids they suck. Do you guys have kids? All right. Did you feel the energy leave the room? It's because I reminded you all. I mean, you know, it's fine. I'm sure it's worth it. I'm sure it won't make you move to Florida or anything, but I'm sure it's worth it. I don't know. I'm just like watching all my friends deal with it, and I don't know if I'm ready yet. You know, I have friends who have like I got lunch with some friends once, right? This couple, they just had their kid a couple of years ago. They got a little 2-year-old boy. Great kid, right? Kind of an asshole. Because he's 2. He doesn't know anything, but he also doesn't know he's being an asshole. That's the problem, is you got to, like, teach him. Like, no, you can't act like that. That's the worst part, is because you have to argue with the... It's like your alcoholic friend. Like, no, you can't yell right now. We're in public. Got lunch with some friends, and they showed up with the kid. By the way, no one told me he was coming. Give me a heads up, you know. And we sit down. The kid's like, I want French fries now. And I'm like watching this conversation unfold. He's like, well, you gotta wait till the server comes over, asks us what we want. You can say, I want fries, and then they have to cook the fries. But he doesn't know any of this. He's like, nah, I just want fries now. And I'm like, wow, this is the day I'm gonna see my friend hit his son. But he didn't do it. And that's how you know. I'm like, this is a good dad, you know? But the kid would not stop. He's like, I want fries now. And he grabbed the menu, knocked an entire pitcher of water all over the table onto his dad's lap. And I've never seen a man stand up so fast. And I was like, this is the moment. I might have to pull this guy off of his kid. And you know what? He didn't touch him. He sat back down and bought him fries. Because he's a good dad. And that's why I don't want kids. You gotta pay for this shit? That kid at least owes you a side of fries, right? For acting like that? If any grown friend of mine acted like that, we wouldn't be friends. Thanks, man. I like doing shows where I can thank people individually. This is nice. I'll stop bothering you folks in a little bit. Man, it's nice. I love doing comedy, man. Sure beats my first job. My first job ever, bagging groceries. Job sucked. Paper or plastic's gotta be the hardest question I've asked anyone in my entire life. Sir, would you like paper or plastic today? Shit. Let me text my wife. Hold on, let's figure this out. Like, there's 2 answers. Just pick one, all right? Why is this so hard? Don't get cute in line either. That's annoying. I was working one night. This lady goes, you know what? Surprise me. Surprise you? Well, don't look. She was like, surprise me. So I tripped her on the way out. She didn't see it coming. Another guy comes in. He goes, just do whatever's easiest. I was like, all right. So I went on break. Glad you laughed. He was pissed. There's a 24-hour grocery store. That's unnecessary. You don't need groceries at 4 in the morning. If you're shopping for groceries at 4 a.m., you're probably on something. And I know this because I would talk to these creeps all the time. I was working late one night. This guy comes through my line. I go, sir, would you like paper or plastic today? He goes, you know what? Give me plastic. I think she can breathe through paper. I was like, you can bag your own shit, sir. I'm not touching that. No way. Man. Talked to my brother today, which is cool. I don't see him much. He's in the military. Yeah. My brother's a Marine and I'm a comedian. Bet you know who my mother's proud of. Mom, I'm doing an open bar special, yeah. She's like, I miss your brother. When he first went in the military, I bought a sweatshirt that says Marines, you know, figured I'd show some support. I'm at the mall one day, a complete stranger walks up to me and he goes, hey, young man, thanks for your service. Ooh, you got the wrong guy. Yeah, you want to see what I'm up to, come to Sarasota this Tuesday, you know? It's not fair to me. You can't put someone on the spot like that. Now I got to explain my whole life to him. Like, yeah, no, I'm a piece of shit. You want to talk to a Marine, I'll give you my brother's phone number, you know? But if you still don't mind picking up the tab, that'd be nice. Man. That's also the only article of clothing that happens with, by the way, all right? Like, I grew up in Michigan, and I own a Detroit Lions hoodie. Not one person's come up to me like, are you an athlete? Good luck next season. Yeah. It's a good crowd, man. You guys are fun. That wasn't supposed to be funny. I kind of meant it. But hey, appreciate it. Look, I try my best to be a good guy, you know? Try to do a good job. Try to, you know, like if I'm out in public and you guys run into me later, something tells me that won't happen, but if you do, I'll try and be a nice guy. I try to, just in general, you know, if I'm in line, I try to be nice to people, try to be nice to our servers, you know? Like I try to just be a good person out and about. But that backfires a lot for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm just awkward. I don't know. But every time I try something, it always fails. Like I went out to dinner with my entire family once. There's about 15 of us. We're all going into the restaurant. And I'm the first person in, so I'm the idiot holding the door for everybody. And I don't know about you guys, but typically whenever this happens, I always feel like you should be able to let go of the door, the next person takes the door, right? Bunch of assholes in the crowd, all right? You guys are like, no, we don't hold the doors here. No one knew this rule. No one knew this. I was holding the door for everybody. My family's ordering dinner now. I'm still holding the door. Everyone's looking at me like, hey, thanks, man, you know? And I'm like, what? No one's helping me out, so I get frustrated. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting in line. I don't care. So I hop in line. I reach behind me to grab the door, and my hand doesn't touch the door. My hand is right on this lady's boob. And what do you do, guys? You let go. That's what you're supposed to do, all right? That's what you let... I didn't. I froze. I froze, okay? Yeah, and she was older, so, like, it was right on her boob, you know? This woman was pissed, understandably, right? Like, of course, like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, but she has no idea what's going on. She thinks I'm some weirdo, and I'm like, no, lady, I just tried to grab the door. I didn't mean to touch you. I'm so sorry. And she goes, well, do you squeeze the door handle too, you weirdo? And I was like, wait. It was instinct. Yeah. Always backfires. I try to do a good job. I was the best man at my friend's wedding. And it was supposed to be outside, so the day of the wedding, it started to rain, so they moved it inside, and it was a complete audible, right? It's such a small venue, too, so we're, like, crammed in there. And we're all, like, looking around, and I'm like, I could touch her face. That's how close I was. I didn't, but I could have. Now I'm standing here trying to watch, and I'm staring at them, and she's like, stop looking at me. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. So now I panic. I'm like, I just want to look nice. I don't want to ruin their day. So I go, you know what? I'll just pick a happy face and stare at a spot on the floor, which in theory is a good idea, but I look like a lunatic. I'm just like, it didn't work, you know? But I tried, you know? So I get a call, and I thought I did good. I was like, you know what? If any picture I'm in, I'll look happy to be there. That was my intention, best intention, right? I get a call a few weeks after the wedding, and they go, why were you staring at my wife's tits the entire ceremony? And sure enough, every photographer took photos from the perfect angle at which it looks like I'm staring right at her chest. Now those photos are on my fridge. Accidentally the funniest thing I've ever done. But every time I try, it's just awkward. It's just awkward. It always ends up being awkward. I was out in Laughlin, Nevada recently. I don't know if you guys are familiar. But if you haven't, don't worry, you're not missing out, okay? Just imagine Las Vegas, but everything's unplugged. It's a weird town. You want to know what Laughlin is like? I'm the entertainment in Laughlin. Yeah, you go to Vegas, you get a Super Bowl. Laughlin, this fucking guy, all right? Just to paint a picture of what everyone's dealing with here. Now, I'm there for 7 nights, which is a long time to be there because I'm also staying in the hotel connected to the casino, and I'm gonna run into people who were at the shows earlier in the week. And that might be fun for them, but it's not for me because I got nothing left to say. If you saw the show, that was it. We're just at the buffet line. Why are you making this weird, you know? But I try to be nice, but it always backfires. Like I got in the elevator one morning and go down a couple floors. Guy and his kid get on the elevator. It's immediately awkward, right? Stare at the floor, just wait this out. And then we go down a couple more floors. Creepy old dude gets on, looks right at me, and he goes, "You were amazing last night." Yeah. Now, I knew he was at the show. This other guy in the elevator was creeped the hell out. He had no idea what was going on, you know, and I didn't know what to do, so I kissed him. And I was like, man, if you liked it last night, you better come back tonight. And bring some friends this time. All right, that's it for me, everybody. Thanks so much. Have a nice night.
Nate Armbruster!